Yeah, okay. Oh. 现在很危险，要警告你，他们不知道。
What's up YouTube, Edgar here, and today I'm giving you my deck profile on my Deskbots deck. This deck is really fun to use. What they do is like giving a lot of power, huge power, to attack and defense points. So let's get on with it. For starters, one Deskbot 1. He's the turn of the deck, and what he does that he gains 500 attack points and defense points for each machine type monster that I control. And if two machine type monsters they were special summoned at the same time, like Pendulum or Machine Duplications, and this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon it from. You can special summon this card. 3 Deskbot 2s. He's the searcher of the deck. When he special summons, you can add one Deskbot card from your deck to your hand, and additionally, he gains 500 attack points and defense to all my machine type monsters, except from himself. 3 Deskbot 3s. 3. Okay. Sorry about that. He's the tour guide of the deck. When he's normal summon, you can special summon any Deskbot card from any Deskbot monster. Sorry, from your deck from the field to the field. And during each player's turn, you target one Deskbot monster, and he gains 500 attack point and defense points, depending on how many Deskbot cards you control on the field, including from the Pendulum Zone and with the no card Deskbot base. Deskbot 4, he's the second best card of the deck. 3 is the best one, additionally. People say that 3 is better than 4, but 3 is much better than 4. I'll explain why. This guy does that when he's attacked or attacked, I can send any and during the damage calculation, I can send one Deskbot monster from my deck to the graveyard, and he gains 500 attack points for depending on the level. And if I do that effect, my opponent can't receive any battle damage. And the second effect, that when he destroys a monster, I can special summon up 2 Deskbot monsters from my hand or from the graveyard. Additionally, I would love this card is great. It's great, but I would have loved that when he sends from the deck from the graveyard. My opponent will receive that amount of damage. But Konami, what could you expect? Now for the Pendulum monsters, 3 Deskbot 5. He's the 10 scale, and when he's normal summon or special summon, he's a MST easily. He gains 500 attack points for each Deskbot card that I control in the extra deck face up, and actually one of the best effects that he has is like a monster reborn for the Deskbots. When he's destroyed from the Pendulum scale, from the Pendulum Zone, and I can special summon any Deskbot monster from my graveyard, and I can activate that effect once per turn. 2 Deskbot 6. It's kind of similar to 5. When she's normal or special summon, I can change the battle position of any monster from the field. And also gains 500 attack point for each Deskbot that I control in the extra deck face up. And when she's destroyed from the Pendulum Zone, I can add a Deskbot monster from my graveyard to my hand. It's kind of cool. 1 Deskbot 7. I want 1/1 because I think for the Pendulums, for this deck, it's kind of hard because you need that exact exact Pendulum monsters to wrap up a lot of things for the deck. Deskbot 7, what he does that he gains 500 attack points for each Deskbot card in the graveyard. So this guy can be a major mega boost for later games. And this is the only monster he can attack for the Deskbots, and he does piercing damage. 2 Deskbots Dates, and it's kind of similar to 7 that she gains 500 attack points for each Deskbot card that I control in the graveyard. She can attack twice, only with monsters. That's bad. And she's if my opponent has tried to target any Deskbot card, she's gonna be the target. And all pendulum monsters from to Deskbots, you cannot special summon any. You cannot pendulum summon any monster except Deskbots. Now to wrap up everything about the Deskbots, 1 Deskbot 1. The boss of the deck, for later games that can give you a lot of power. His effect only works in main phase 1, once per turn. He gains attack points of all Deskbot monsters that I control on the field, and he gains that attack power, except from himself. When he attacks, my opponent, it's like in the normalities, so your opponent cannot attack, cannot activate nothing. And I think that's a lot from him. Oh yeah, and he cannot. He's the only monster you can use to attack too. That's everything from the Deskbots. For the last monsters, I won 1 Jet Exile Birdman. He's the second turner of the deck. Just for the synchro plays, to return cards from your hand, like 3 or 2 if you want to do Pendulum Summon. So yeah. And the last monsters, 2 Speedway Mankos. He's your trap. He's your battle fader from the deck. So you can do like Xyz plays with him. So let's go on with the spells. I only want 2 Deskbot base. The reason I want to run 2 because I think the deck needs more consistency and I was trying to run 3, but there were moments that I couldn't get rid of that base in that moment. What this card does, that he gains give all my Deskbot monsters 500 attack points and defense, and the second effect is like a Cosmotown, return Deskbots and draw the same number of cards. And the last effect is, for me, it's kind of hard. I couldn't activate when this card came out. I cannot activate that effect, and that effect is that removing 9 Deskbot cards from the field or graveyard except from base to shuffle back my opponent's field, graveyard, and hand. And if you do this effect, you consistently win the game. Kind of, not that much, but it's really good, that third effect, but I couldn't get that effect go through. 2 Machine Duke, it's kind of, this is a really staple for the deck. You summon Deskbot 2, you activate Machine Duke, target that monster, and you search out, it's a +2, +2, right? It's a +2 for the deck, for the Deskbot. 2 MSTs. I will run Twin Twister, but I only have MST for a moment. 1 Foolish Burial. If you want to send monster from your deck, I recommend you send Deskbot 1 if you don't have any from your hand. 1 Dark Hole. Change it for Regeki soon. 1 Terraforming to search out for your Deskbot base. And 1 Reasoning. Reasoning is a really good card to the deck because there's a lot of monsters. 1 through 9, you gotta add 1. But most of the time, when I activate this card, people say 4, and they always hit the right number. I hate when they do that. I only play 5 level 4 monsters in the deck. How they can do it? And don't say probability. So that's all the spells. Let's go on the traps. 2 Mirror Force. I will change the deck a lot. This will be a Quicken Mirror Force, but right now I only have this. 2 Finish Chain. Not any explanation for that. 1 Bottomless. 1 Terrestrial Tribute. 1 Vanity, and 1 Solemn Warning. that the traps you can, it doesn't need any explanation. So let's go with the extra deck. I run 2 Giant X. The reason I want to run 2 because there were moments that I couldn't add the card that I needed, and I don't know, people's bottomless or warning it, and I have another 4 because I do that. I summon 4, start and then activate machine dupe, bring out the other 2, exceed, and that guy goes. And I attack with my other 4, and during the battle phase, I return back the other 4 and bring out the other one. I see that this deck can do a lot of. You need a lot of cards in from your hand, so you can do a lot of multiple plays. What he does that you detach one to add a level 4 or lower machine type monster from your deck. 1 Castel, no explanation for that. 1 for 1, 101. Arc. And this is a personal idea. Number 35, Tarantulas. I really like this card a lot in this deck due to the fact that all my monsters gain attack points and defense points by the difference of my life points and to my opponents. And when my opponent special summons a monster, he loses 600. And the fact that I detach 1 and destroy all monsters from my opponent's side of the field, and with the attack points that this big boy has, like he has 2/6, all monsters have 2/6 less. Bye bye. So this card gives a lot of more attack power to Deskbots. That's why I really love this card. I couldn't summon it by the moment, but I will do it soon. I was testing it on Pro and it really won really well. That's for the XYZ's monsters. Let's go on to Sinks, Grows, then the Turia Engine, Beast, and Barkion. Any explanation for that? 1 Horus. Horus is one of my favorite monsters. Due to the third effect that he has when he's synchro summon. If I use a pendulum monster, I can target one opponent's monster and take control of that monster, but he can't attack in the turn I was controlled. So yeah. 1 Odd Eyes, Meteor Buster. Meteor Buster, that when he special summon, I can target 1 pendulum monster from the pendulum zone and special summon it. And he can attack whenever if I do that effect. Once per turn, I was saying it wrong. Sorry. During the battle phase, my opponent's monsters cannot activate their effects. So it's kind of cool. 1 Black Rose to take out the field. 1 Scrap Dragon, so I can target one of my Deskbots from the pendulum zone and add like 5 to destroy it and destroy one of my opponent's monsters. And so I can activate the 5's effect. 1 Stardust, staple. 1 Mistborn. This will be a Trish, but right now I'm playing Mistborn. So yeah, when he's synchro summoned, you can target 3 cards from the field from my opponents and return it back to your hand. And to wrap it up, 2 Deskbot Jets. Deskbot Jet is it's like the level 10 monster. That's why I don't know if they can get more support. When he does that, he gains 500 attack points and defense for each Deskbot card that I control in the field, and I can activate one of the 2 effects once per turn, and only that. The number 1 is that I can target 1 Deskbot monster, 1 Deskbot card, and destroy it and special summon another Deskbot from my deck. And the other one is that it's like a Scrap Dragon effect. That doesn't need an explanation. This card is really good, actually. So For all, this deck is really good to play with. I hope you enjoy this deck profile. Thanks a lot for watching and subscribing to my channel. I'll be doing more deck profiles later, so please.
但就别再多给我刺激，我换了自己，连东西都。